3 years ago, my father's voice shattered the silence of our opulent penthouse. "You're a failure, Elena. Get out of my sight and my house." At 28, I stood frozen as he hurled those words like daggers. His face purple with fury, he pointed at the wall of framed industry awards. "I clawed this empire from dirt with sweat and ruthless decisions. And you? You peddle fairy tales about green innovation and ethical sourcing. Pathetic." My mother remained seated on the velvet chaise, eyes cold, offering no defense, just the same silent judgment she'd perfected over decades. My younger brother, Lucas, the perfect heir, had just closed a massive deal using the same cutthroat tactics our father idolized. Shortcuts, overlooked regulations, maximum profit, minimum conscience. I tried once more. "Father, my blueprint for renewable integration could future-proof the company." "Out," he bellowed. "Prove your nonsense elsewhere. Don't slink back when reality crushes you." I left without tears or pleas. One suitcase. One last glance at the only home I'd known. The door closed behind me with finality. The first year tested every limit. A cramped basement apartment. Ramen dinners. 18-hour coding marathons. I founded Aurora Ventures alone, fueled by a stubborn conviction. Profit and planet could coexist. I recruited 2 overlooked visionaries, a materials scientist and a supply chain genius the old guard deemed too idealistic. We prototyped a modular carbon capture system that slashed factory emissions by 70% while boosting output efficiency. Our first client, a mid-tier automotive supplier, gambled on us. The results were staggering: millions saved, emissions plummeted, headlines followed. Aurora grew, quietly, deliberately. No flashy PR. Just results. I operated under my middle name, Elena Voss. Few connected the rising eco-tech star to the disowned daughter of Kingston Enterprises. Meanwhile, Kingston faltered. New carbon taxes bit hard. Clients defected to greener competitors. Father doubled down on denial. Lucas chased short-term bailouts. Then came the pivotal Vanguard Initiative, a government-backed consortium awarding billion-dollar contracts exclusively to verifiable sustainable leaders. Kingston submitted a desperate bid, heavy on promises, light on substance. Unknown to them, Aurora had quietly purchased a decisive stake in Vanguard's parent holding group 6 months earlier. Their application landed on my desk. I read it, laughed once. Stamped declined in crimson. But rejection was only step 1. The next morning I strode into Kingston's gleaming headquarters, not as the rejected child, but as Elena Voss, CEO of Aurora Ventures. The receptionist blinked twice before buzzing me up. The boardroom still smelled of aged leather and old power. My father rose, hand extended, not recognizing the poised woman before him. "Ms. Voss, we appreciate you considering our situation." He said. "Let's be direct. Kingston is hemorrhaging. Profits down 65%. Stock in freefall. Vanguard's rejection was the death knell. Bankruptcy looms in months." Lucas bristled. "We've weathered storms before. You've ignored every warning." I cut in, distributing sleek packets. "Aurora proposes full acquisition. We'll retrofit your plants with proven green tech, preserve 90% of jobs, restore profitability. Refuse, and you lose everything." Murmurs rippled. My father stared, confusion shifting to dawning horror. One director cleared his throat. "The terms are generous, sir. We can't afford pride anymore." Father's gaze locked on mine, really seeing me now. "Elena." The room stilled. I met his eyes evenly. "Surprised, Dad? The failure you banished built the lifeline you now beg for." Lucas exploded. "This is personal vengeance." "No." He replied calmly. "This is consequences. 3 years ago I begged you to evolve. You chose pride over progress. Today progress knocks, with terms." Silence stretched. Papers rustled. Decades of certainty cracked. Father's shoulders sagged. "I've misjudged you. Everything." I stood. "The offer stands for 48 hours. Choose wisely for your employees, if not for family." I walked out, heart pounding but steps sure. 2 weeks later, papers signed. Kingston became an Aurora subsidiary. Legacy preserved, direction transformed. Lucas departed quietly. Father stayed, as advisor, learning, listening, humbled. Mother reached out, voice trembling with revisionist warmth. I listened politely, then set boundaries. Respect who I became, or stay in the past. From my corner office overlooking the skyline, I watched cranes building a cleaner tomorrow. The intercom chimed. Mr. Kingston is here for the integration briefing. I smiled. Send him in. He entered, tentative, carrying notes instead of commands. Ready to build something better? I asked. He nodded slowly. Ready to follow your lead, daughter. In that moment, victory wasn't the empire I'd claimed. It was the bridge we'd begun, fragile, hard-won, real.